Hi everyone, I'm Nicola. I'm an account manager here at Dakno, and I'm super excited to talk to you about today's Tuesday tip. I'm going to start off with a question. Have you ever wondered how to get into those top search results in Google? Not only that, but also how to generate more leads? Well, today I'm going to go over 8 tactics that our most successful agents have been using for years, and also how they got to the top in their market. Now, even if you're a seasoned agent and just looking for a way to drive more business, these are tried and true marketing strategies and are the best way to build your brand, boost your online presence, and ultimately make you more money. All right, so I'm going to break these tips up into 2 main categories. You have your organic SEO and your paid advertisement. So starting off with organic SEO, this is when your site is found on Google without the help of paid advertisement. And basically it's driven by these 4 main tactics. So the first one is content, and I'm sure you've heard the phrase content is king. Well, it's true. The first thing you want to be sure you're doing is creating new and unique content on a regular basis. And this can be in many different forms. It can come from a blog post, from a new content page, to a social media post. The best thing to do is just make sure that you're continually posting new content. With that being said, there is a second part of that. You also don't want to forget about all of the content that you have created in the past. You want to make sure that you're staying really relevant on everything that you've written before. So for instance, if you have written a content page on schools, and a lot of the links to the school districts, or they got new websites, those are all outdated. You want to make sure that you're going back on that page and updating all of that information. The second tip that you can use when boosting your organic SEO is to write content that is hyper local and be as specific as possible. You want to stay away from broad keywords like real estate for sale, even though a lot of your users are going to know that what location you're in. For instance, we'll use Miami as an example. Google may not know that. So you want to use keywords like Miami real estate for sale, or even better yet, you want to try to narrow that search even more and go more for something like waterfront homes for sale in Miami. You want to try to be as targeted as possible so that you're making sure you're getting the highest quality lead. Tip number 3 for organic SEO is updating title tags, meta descriptions, and meta keywords. I know that kind of sounds like a bunch of jargon, but I promise it's not as difficult as it sounds. As you can see on our Dakno admin system, we make these fields very easily identifiable. We break them out for you. So all you have to do is just fill in the fields as you see here. It's imperative to the success of your page or blog post that you fill these fields out. And as you can see, if you click on the question mark next to the field, it'll actually show you an example of what Google sees on that page when a user is looking for that page, or what they see in their search results. The final tip for organic SEO is backlinking and inlinking. This is super easy to do and a great way to be viewed as a credible source on Google. You want to be sure to link back to your website across all channels that you're using on the internet. For example, if you create a video on YouTube, you can link back to your website in the video description, or for instance, if you create a post on Facebook, you can backlink to a specific page that relates to that post. Also, kind of what's going hand in hand with that is inlinking. This is important because it will keep users on your website longer. So if you give them endless possibilities to explore your website within every page, not only is it going to keep the users on there longer, but it increases your chances for generating that lead. The next 4 tips are all about paid advertisement. Paid advertisement is a great way to see instant results and is typically broken down into these 4 major tactics. The first one is a search campaign or a keyword campaign, which I'm sure you've heard your account manager tell you 1,000 times because they're really awesome. This is the most common form of paid advertisement, and basically what it does is it uses a keyword-based list that's based on your specific target. For instance, if you're in Tulsa, you would be using Tulsa real estate for sale, and it targets anyone searching within the perimeters of your area. These campaigns can also be targeted to a specific geographical region. So for example, you can have a general seller's campaign using keywords like home value or what's the value of my home. So in that case, you'll want to set a radius in the specific area that you are so that you're not driving across the country to sell somebody's home in Arizona when you're located in Maryland. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So again, the quickest way to drive traffic to your site is definitely going to be a keyword or a search campaign. The second tactic in paid advertisement is placement ads. Placement ads are awesome because they are a super cheap way to let you advertise on websites like Realtor.com, Zillow, and any of the major real estate websites that you all hear about. These websites sell ad space to Google, and then Google fills that space through their campaigns. So when you include Zillow, for example, in your list of sites to show your ads, Google will show it for free, and you might only be paying around $1 when someone clicks on it. So to sum up, adding these sites to your list when creating a placement ad campaign can save you a lot of money in the long run. All right, so tactic number 3 are retargeting ads. Retargeting ads are great for brand awareness. Let me give you an example of a retargeting ad. Have you ever been on Amazon searching for a TV? You add it to your shopping cart, you've been looking at it, you did a little bit of research, you decided, you know what, I don't want to buy this TV right now. So you take it out of your shopping cart. Fast forward a couple hours later, you decide you want to check Facebook. So you're scrolling through your Facebook feed, and lo and behold, you see the exact same ad for the TV that you were looking for on Amazon. That's retargeting. The great thing about retargeting ads is that they typically cost very little and they follow any lead that comes to your website. Retargeting is also good for qualifying leads that may have already filled out a form on your website but aren't really ready to buy or sell their home yet. So what this does is after they leave your website, they see your ad over and over again on Facebook and on the other various websites that they're going on. So you're staying top of mind, you're making your lead think about your brand and about taking the next step in whatever process they're about to take. All right, so our final tactic number 4, are Facebook and Instagram ads. The great thing about both of these is that it's a package deal. So if you get a Facebook ad, you also get to advertise on Instagram. The thing to keep in mind with Facebook ads is that it's interruption marketing. So what this means is that when you go on Facebook, you aren't looking for homes. You're typically wanting to see what your friends do or watch that cute puppy dog video. So when you show them an ad of, a beautiful house, they're like, oh, well, I'm not ready to buy a house, but, I'm glad I saw this. With that being said, it typically has a lower conversion rate compared to anything that you're going to do on Google. However, Facebook is really good as far as the cost. They tend to be a lot cheaper than Google ads, and they have a much higher impression count, which means that they are really great for brand awareness, similar to retargeting ads. So to sum up, organic SEO is great and fosters your long-term business goals. We actually refer to organic SEO as a marathon because it's something that needs to be created over time and consistently. It's really great for your rankings and for Google to see you as a resource if you're continually turning out good content. And so with that being said, if you haven't been working on your organic SEO optimization, it's really time to get started right now. This is no longer kind of something that you can let fall to the wayside. It's really a standard that is happening in our industry. Paid advertisement is great for anyone who needs to see instant results. Anybody who needs leads right now. There are so many options to choose from. As you saw, the 4 that I mentioned are just kind of those top industry 4. However, there are a lot more ways that you can get involved with paid advertisement. And the awesome thing is, like I've said 1,000 times, you're going to see instant results from this. As soon as you get that campaign out, you're going to see people flooding back to your website. Not only that, but it also builds your brand awareness and it works hand in hand with your SEO. Ultimately, every one of our top agents is leveraging both organic and paid advertisement. These strategies yield real results, and what's best of all is that they're super simple to implement. So I don't know what your excuse is. Get off your butt, call us today, definitely talk to your account manager, and let's start doing this. Thanks for watching this week's Tuesday Tip. We hope that you walked away with some good takeaways. Make sure to tune in next week, and until then, have a great day.